most people probably outside forces to witness. And yeah, just to be a witness of what's taking place. Let's see which way am I going to take this bike. And that's just, I mean, that's propaganda from one side or the other, trying to make this into, trying to make a molehill into a mountain. I think that's the phrase that people like to use, and that's really what they're doing. I have seen no evidence whatsoever that this will be anything like Charlottesville. I don't consider this a explicitly right-wing rally. Now, if the day before motherfuckers start marching with fucking tiki torches and shit, yeah, we gonna have a problem. And you'll definitely see a shift in my behavior and where I choose to spend my time. I pray that no explicit neo-Nazi groups come out. They've been told not to come, completely disavowed. I have every reason to believe that if anyone of any far-right ideology decides to come to this function, that they will be booted out in no uncertain terms. But who knows? I'm gonna stop the stream for a moment while I get food. Hello. I'm good. Can I get a super chicken burrito? Sure. To go. Yes. Thank you so much. Oh, I wish I could see the chat room right now, but you know, I don't know how to use Streamlabs app very well. Well, I'm using this through Restream right now, so it's not going to show me what I want to see. And I'm mainly doing this because I just want to test out the connection and see what it will look like on playback. Oh man, this chick just gave me my ticket. She just handed me my ticket. What'd I do with it? Oh, here it is. I am number 41. That will be my age someday. If I make it that long, I might get shot this weekend. Like, legit. I might get shot this weekend. I know that sounds kind of funny, me saying that, but I'm being very serious. I might get shot this weekend. I lived in the hood all my life and avoided not have. Well, actually, no, I did have encounters with people getting shot next to me. I had a dude get shot on my porch, and we drug him in the house. And I remember he bled all over the floor and the carpet and shit. It's crazy shit. I was like 9 years old when that happened. But yeah, it's but like I said, I think with the rhetoric, with everyone and certain groups saying that this is going to be a repeat of Charlottesville, that people think they're going to die, so people are bringing guns and are arming themselves. There's no telling what I might see or might experience. The difference is that unlike other journalists, like, I am willing to be in the thick of it. I'm willing to stand next to people that I don't think are going to attack me, and be the journalist that I think I am, or at least provide like on-the-ground commentary of what's actually happening. So that is my goal, and hopefully no one screams at me and calls me a Nazi and a fascist. And likewise, I hope nobody calls me a nigger, because there may in fact be racist elements, racist people there. But if you know anything about me, my goal, or at least my motto and ideology is like I engage people who have far right leanings. Because if you hate black people, I want to know why. I want to know what has led you down that path, and what can I do to bring you closer to the center. Thank you so much. Oh crap, I didn't get my card back. My bad.
Super chicken burrito, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Coming.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me put it on you. I wanna put it on you. Alright, well now the balance of my ride is compromised because this fat ass burrito is on one of the handlebars. But let's continue the stream. Unfortunately, chat room. So I hope you guys are. When they want to come bust some heads, they will. I mean, we've seen it in the past. I saw them light up a dude like point blank range in the face with like pepper ball gun on full auto, just all up in his face. So we'll see. But yeah, I think one of these platforms might give me it. I think a lot of this shit's stupid. And I think this comes from an innate amount of fear from both sides. I think the regular left. I always like to be very specific about who I'm talking about. So I'll just go ahead and say, like, the extreme left and the extreme right are, in essence, terrified of each other, because both extreme sides have a vision of this country, and they're trying to push their ideology onto the public. And last night I saw Death of a Nation, and they really did a good job of like showing how the Nazis came to power. And it really did start by just fighting in the streets. It started with Adolf Hitler and the brown shirts going after Jews, beating the shit out of them in public, and eventually, like, he rose to power. And I'm seeing very similar things on left and right, where, one group will gather, hold a rally, another group will come up to protest that side, and from that, we see heroes being made on both sides. So we have members on the far right, or even the moderate right, that come out to these rallies. They throw their hands, they get into fights. Social media blows them up, because the footage is very epic, and we, as a very violent nation that we are, gets off on that shit. So the guy's name gets, someone's name gets leaked, they're like, oh man, you beat that dude up, you're a hero now. This is really not too much different than the idolizing the gladiators in Roman's time. Everyone came to the Colosseum to see people fight, and the hero was awarded with gold and riches and food and women and fame and glory. This is on that same level, where people are coming out, some in masks, some in polo shirts and hats, armored up with helmets, with gloves, mace, sticks, cans, poles, and they fight it out. No different than the soccer hooligans in Europe. If whoever team wins or loses, next day they go to like a park. Now is, it's the stuff they're fighting over. And they're fighting over ideology and fear. They're afraid of what this country might look like in the future. And I think a lot of people feel that way, especially if you have children and you want them to live in an environment similar to yours or better than yours. Let's say better than yours. Because a lot of people don't believe that this country is heading in the right direction. So if you are a far-left, anarchist, Marxist, communist, and you believe that this country is filled with millionaires and billionaires that are raping the system and taking funds and resources away from poor people who are more deserving of it, then you're going to fight against the capitalistic system and do whatever you can to tear it down via protests, fire bombings. You're going to attack rich people, or you're going to attack people that you feel are representatives of that system, i.e. white people. And I'll tell you right now, yes, white people are representatives of that system. I don't hate white people, but I acknowledge that, yes, white folks are representative of, like, capitalism, and, because it's here, and it'll either, hey, earn money, they anti. Don't feel that way, afraid of what wages, since that money goes towards. Like, just today, Apple got evaluated to, like, $1 trillion. So now people think, oh my God, they got $1 trillion. They need to be paying more in taxes. They need to be doing this and this. You guys greatly underestimate how much money goes into R&D. Billions and billions go into R&D. And this money isn't just buying materials. It's paying people their expertise so they can build things that eventually will, like, help people. And I'm not just talking about the iPhone. I'm not talking about software and MP3 players and video games and shit. A lot of these companies are working on some next level, real world, like, life-changing shit that will help everybody. But the only way to do that is if you got $500 billion to burn. That's the truth. That is the god-awful truth. And if these people can't build up these resources to spend them in areas and use those resources in areas that will eventually help us all, then we'll be stuck, we'll be stuck in the same spot we are right now, and nothing's going to change. Like, show me anywhere where money has helped a problem. Tons of money in Chicago, tons of money in Detroit. But it's not helping. A lot of failing school districts get tons of money, yet they still don't have enough to give everybody books or an adequate learning environment. I hear about it all the time. Like, a district will get, an influx of millions of dollars, and then 5 years later, shit's all the same. The issue isn't the money. The issue is the allocation and the appropriate use of it. And it's not even that. It's having a system in place so that, you have a team that understands how to, like, use the resources they have available to them. If I'm not mistaken, when I was at Google, there was a project they got involved in. There was a food shelter, food bank. And they had the option of giving the food bank a lot of money to help them. All right, I'm at 23 frames a second. 20 frames a second. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Someone tried to call me, and that sucked. 19, 20, 17, all right. Yeah, see, if I'm only going to be streaming at, like... Okay, great, we're back at 30 now. Uh-oh. My chat room's not up, so I don't know what you guys heard. That's what I was saying about Google. So we had the option of donating a crap ton of money to a local food bank. And we opted against that and said, instead of giving them money, let's give them our time. So a number of engineers went to this food bank and looked at their process. How do you guys distribute food? Where do you get the food from? How do you store the food? How do you dole it out? What's the registration process to come and get the food? They looked at all those things and found an extreme amount of inefficiencies throughout the process. They came in, completely revamped the process of how this food bank operates. Didn't give them money, just gave them efficient policies and utilities to make the process go easier, and it helped them significantly. They went down from only being able to like serve, let's say like, I don't know, like 1,000 people a month, to like being able to like serve like 3,000 people a month. So that's what I'm getting at. Like, money isn't always the answer. Just because you got money and someone says, well, you got money, you need to give it up to somebody else, that doesn't necessarily fix the problem of whatever the problem may be. And you know, I always look at the school system as a measuring stick for that. Sometimes you just, you know, this is why I'm not a big fan of let's socialize everything. Let's take money from rich people and give it to other people. I'm like, well, if you don't know how to use it, then it's not gonna work. Look at Venezuela. The president finally came out and said, like, shit ain't working. So 2 days ago, he's like, yeah, this shit's not working for us. You know, their economy's done. They're not gonna see a recovery for like another 30 years after everybody dies. They get clean water 1 day a month. That's Venezuela. That's socialism for you. That's not to say that socialism can't work. It can, in very small instances. And you know, I'm not necessarily an anti-socialist. Socialism works really great in small communities. And if like, you know, if 15 to 30 people want to like get a warehouse and everybody contributes, and you know, somebody buys the food and somebody does the cleaning and the cooking and you know, and the kumbaya and the group meetings and shit, that shit works really well. And you can have that in small environments. My problem is when people want to push that on to everyone else. Like, I'm all about do you. Do you. I support anybody that want to do shit that doesn't hurt somebody else. You want to be a socialist? That's fine. You want to be gay, trans? That's fine. If you want to, you know, if you want to, anything ain't hurt nobody. Just do you. But don't get mad that the world isn't living in your image. I don't want the world to live in my image. You know, I got beliefs that are far left beliefs, but I don't want everyone to adopt my belief system or my ideologies or anything. Like, that's what makes this world great. Is that people are so diverse. We're so concerned about diversity based on skin color that we forget to think about diversity of thought. You know, was it Churchill that said, like, hard times make strong people, and then strong people get complacent, and then complacency brings about hard times, and then rinse and repeat, you know, cycle again. Well, hard times are here again. Now we need strong people. I am everything that I am because the path of my life has not been easy. And I am very happy that my life path has not been easy. It has made me fight, crawl, scavenge, and defeat battles, you know, things to get to where I'm at. And if you make that process easier for everybody, then you have nothing to fight for. I love video game analogies. If you gave me a game and it was easy to beat, I wouldn't enjoy it. I didn't earn anything. And I'd be pissed off. I'm like, wait a minute. I just paid $40 for this game or $60 for this game. And like, you get you start out with the BFG weapon? What's the point of playing that? I didn't earn anything, I just gave you my money. And you just gave me shit that's easy. You get what you earn, I think. And no, shit's not equal. Not everybody's gonna get the same effort's not gonna give the same results to every person. That's just the way, like, that's the roll of the dice. But success is so much sweeter when it does work out for you. I've had my share of failures. And I cherish every one of them. They all teach me something. Teach me where I fucked up. And that's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream soon. So tomorrow around noon-ish, maybe 1, 2, I don't know. Might be in the evening. We'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna reach out to Ice Poseidon and ask him to throw me up on the CX network for 48 hours, just so I can get some traction. Because I think the footage I'm gonna see over the next 48 hours is gonna be pretty epic and pretty amazing and positive. Like, I hope that something really positive comes out of it, and I hope people are willing to like just talk to me. You know, I really want to hear from other people, because I've spent like the last 18 months with like more right-leaning people, and I should be able to like talk to more left-leaning moderates. You know, not extreme left, because I don't talk to the extreme right, and I don't know how to talk to the extreme left. But then again, anybody willing to talk to you, you know, can't be that extreme. Who knows? I don't know. I guess Richard Spencer's willing to talk to people, but then again, I don't think he's as right as he says he is. I'm not saying he's a lefty, but he does believe in universal health care, but only to white people, as he says. What time is it? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go. If you guys got shit to say, please go ahead and talk in the chat rooms, and I'm gonna go back and watch the feed and see what everyone said. That'd make me very happy to hear your thoughts. Also, tweet me. Tweet a nigga! Tweet a nigga! And, because I definitely look at all my tweets. Same name, Ryoga V. Hit me up on the Twitters. And, might stream later tonight to check out some settings and stuff. But I hope this 28 frames to 25 frames a second is enough for like a half-ass decent stream. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, if anybody's watching, because I don't really know, because I can't tell.